Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We have 8 most disturbing things caught on doorbell camera footage. Shout out to everybody who got a doorbell. We finally got one after prolonging for years to get one. We finally got one, and it does come in handy. It came in handy what, yesterday? When you said you heard somebody pull on the door.
But why was she pulling on the door?
Then I had looked at the camera. And
that's the only thing I don't get.
There's a woman out there. She got dropping off food.
But that's what I'm saying. Although she was dropping the food off, why are you pulling on the door? Even if it was the people's house that you actually needed to go to. But anyway.
But you said maybe she didn't pull on the door.
Yes, she did.
She was at the door.
These ears good.
She could have just tapped on the door or something.
No.
But hey, man, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want the first part. All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it on a thumbs up.
But let's hop into it, y'all. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
On November 30th, 2021, a Twitter user from Dallas reported that her doorbell camera had recorded a suspicious man standing outside of her apartment almost every night for an entire month. According to her tweet, she had already reached out to the authorities, but they hadn't done enough to keep the man away. This is what her Ring camera captured.
He's just standing there looking. The fuck wrong with you, man? That motherfucker. What, you put a mask on?
In most of the clips, the man can be seen standing eerily still outside of the woman's apartment, possibly waiting for her to come outside. At one point in the video, the man can be heard talking, but his words are difficult to make out.
I don't think he's waiting on her to come out. I think because he's peeping that she has the Ring camera, right? But he doesn't know how far back is picking it up, so he's trying to stay back as far as he can. So thinking he's not triggering the camera. So he's like, let me stay back. Let me see if it's picking me up. I don't think it's picking me up. That's the reason why when he came, he put the mask on and he kind of dodged out the camera view because he's trying to make sure he's not captured on camera.
I don't know. I don't care what you're trying to do. It's weird.
No, I ain't trying to. I ain't vouching for that at all.
I know you're not.
But
I'm saying whatever.
What are all these doors to? I'm like, what are all these doors to? Because I'm like, this her room, but that just look like a closet. But
maybe
what the
that's
hell
like
is this?
goes to like some steps or something.
I don't know.
That's the elevator.
And then you got a fan in the middle.
Isn't that an elevator?
Oh no, I doubt it.
I don't know.
Not in 2021. The fuck?
It's unknown what he planned to do if the woman stepped out of her apartment, but judging by his behavior, it likely wasn't anything good. After the original upload, the disturbing video immediately went viral, with hundreds of people checking in on the woman to make sure she was safe. 2 days later, the woman posted an update on Twitter, in which she mentioned that her friends and family had confronted the man, and that security had been on the lookout for him. Many people who viewed the video urged the uploader not to let her guard down, and reminded her that the likelihood that the man would show up again was very high. But after the last tweet in December 2021, there haven't been any more updates, and the man's identity hasn't been publicly revealed.
It's a girl I know. I went to school with. She stayed in an apartment area like that. I think I showed you one of the videos before. You might not remember, but it's a dude who be doing kind of the same shit. She be putting.
He stays like.
He don't stay there. She said he just he finds a way. No, he does stay.
I thought you,
yeah, but he doesn't stay like worse, like in the vicinity of her.
Yeah,
and she's like, he was just like he on some weird like ass shit, and she'll just randomly post like her Ring camera, basically seeing what like she was like, just the way he moves about and shit. It's just like weird. Then one day, somebody had their shoes like out in front of their door, and this homeless man came in, got the shoes, took his shoes off, got their shoes, and kept walking. She posted that. She was like, "And this motherfucker don't stay here." Like, I was like, "Bro, I don't know where."
Finding a way in somewhere.
I'm like, I don't even know. Nah, there was a different person. There was a different.
Oh, it's a different person.
Yeah. But I'm saying the same person uploaded, but this was a different person that she uploaded.
Yeah, I know. I said, are they finding a way into the apartment building somehow?
This clip was captured in November 2019 in Harriet Creek Ranch, Texas. It was later uploaded to TikTok and Facebook. The footage shows a little girl holding a flashlight and knocking on the door of an unoccupied house in the middle of the night.
Be careful with those too, though.
Facts.
Please help.
The girl is obviously scared, but because nobody else can be seen on the camera, it's hard to tell who or what she was running from. As she continues to knock and beg for help, she looks over her shoulder several times, but the footage ends abruptly, leaving many questions unanswered. Shortly after it was recorded, the video was made public and police were notified of the incident, but from what I was able to find, the girl was never identified. Some think that she was being used as bait to get the homeowners to open the door, and several people commented on Facebook and TikTok that they could clearly see a man hiding in the shadows behind the girl, but it was never confirmed whether that's what was happening or if the little girl was actually in danger and genuinely asking for help. Another theory that surfaced is that the girl in the video might have been the same girl from a missing person case in South Dakota. In February 2019, a 9-year-old girl named Serenity Denard ran away from a youth home in Black Hills and was allegedly seen in Justin, Texas a few days before the video was recorded. The fact that the little girl knocked on the door of an unoccupied house shows that she clearly didn't live in the area, otherwise she would have known nobody was there, which makes this theory a possibility. Although there's definitely a resemblance between the girl in the video and Serenity, police didn't confirm whether the video and the missing person case were related. Unfortunately, not a lot of official information on this footage has been made public, and we'll likely never know what ended up happening to the little girl.
But too many times, things like this do happen as bait.
Yeah.
People have sent children that they possibly previously kidnapped or whatever, or even possibly their kids, to go knock on doors. And then once they knock on doors, they
ambush them or something like that.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful with situations like this. You don't want to.
I guess the best thing to do, especially if you're unsure, is just to call the police.
Yeah.
That's like if you're second guessing.
Would you even had answered the doorbell?
You already know. The doorbell?
I'm saying, like, you didn't have to come down. Yeah.
Oh, I would have answered the doorbell. Like what can you do?
Or would you call the cops first and then answer the
doorbell? I would have called the cops, but I would have called the cops and let them know that it's the unoccupied little girl on my porch. She looks like she's in distress. Like, I would have let them know what's going on.
And just
but I would have opened
for my
the
safety,
door.
I don't want to open the door, but I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Because you can never be sure. Because you hear about stuff like this all the time, or you see videos like this, and you think you're doing the right thing, and then something, you know what I'm saying? And you're putting your life, your family in danger. But
as soon as you open the door,
I just hope that she stays there until they get there, so I would definitely try to talk to her as long as I can. Yeah. And hopefully nothing happens. Yeah.
In this disturbing Ring camera footage from 2021, a woman in a hoodie can be seen approaching the front door of a house in the middle of the night. Behind her, a man wearing a face mask and a lanyard stands on the steps as she rings the doorbell. Doorbell cameras are meant for homeowners to see who's at their door and communicate with their visitors to decide whether or not it's a good idea to let them in. But in this case, the owner opens the door without hesitation.
You probably already knew who she was.
Hello, do y'all have a phone I can use? My car broke down, and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
It's always y'all the ones who got the light on.
Yeah.
Okay, we hear you. Rolling storm. But it's always that, we knocked on your door because you got a... So should we start turning our light off? No, I like to keep my light on. So...
I like to keep so I can see. You can come up here, light on, off, or not. First of all, I don't open the door for nobody. You already know me.
I will open the door before she will.
We're not opening the door for nobody. You do not come up here unannounced. I'm not opening the door.
Even family, she... Like, folks have popped up on her. We like, bro, what the hell?
Like, not that I want to leave you out there, like, if you're family, but
you still be like, what the hell?
I'm like, don't do that. I just find it so disrespectful. Don't come over here. You don't know what I got going.
And y'all got to travel hours to even get here. So why would y'all just randomly pop? Remember that we all out, far out. Y'all come open the door. Man, we like 45 minutes away from the crib.
Facts.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember, but I don't remember.
All right.
So dumb.
The woman tells him that her car broke down and asks if she can use his phone. The owner politely refuses, but as soon as he apologizes and closes the door, the man with the face mask tries to break into the house with a weapon in hand. Fortunately, the owner had locked the second door just in time. It's unknown if he called the police, but from what I could find, the identities of the man and woman haven't been revealed. What makes this footage even more chilling is the fact that there's a playground in the yard, which means the two had specifically targeted a house where they knew there would most likely be kids inside. Had the homeowner not reacted quickly, he and his family would have probably been the victims of an armed robbery or possibly much worse.
Sure, they did. That's crazy.
In February 2020, an off-duty police officer received a message from his neighbor asking him to go check on his wife because somebody was trying to break into their house, and the woman was home alone. The man immediately walked across the street to his neighbor's house, but didn't see anything suspicious. When he came back, he saw that his neighbor had sent him this clip.
You know that camera right there.
The video shows a shirtless man crawling up the stairs to the front entrance of the house and attempting to open the door.
Trying to keep his face out of the camera.
Do he stay in the neighborhood? You have on no shirt. Doesn't look like you have on shoes. Can't really make out or not. Or you just, I don't know. Very weird behavior.
Because the way he came up.
Like you already knew.
He knew it was a camera right there. So I'm trying to dodge the camera. So I'm trying to keep my head low. Everything else, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick, man.
Realizing it's locked, he walks back down the stairs and makes his way to the side of the house. After viewing the footage, the man immediately called 911, and 10 minutes later, 4 officers arrived in the neighborhood with a canine unit to help track down the intruder. What followed was an intense game of cat and mouse involving the neighbors, the police, and the shirtless man. Although he was spotted by the neighbors multiple times, he managed to slip away from the cops every single time.
What?
Several minutes into the search, the man heard his neighbor calling from across the street, saying that he could hear someone in his backyard. The two men scoured the outside of the house and eventually found that the back porch light had been unscrewed, but the shirtless man was nowhere to be seen.
Wow.
About an hour later, the man who uploaded the video walked out onto his back deck and spotted the intruder unscrewing another porch light, this time from the house across the street.
I'm whooping your ass when I catch you. What you doing? Whooping ass?
I'm not making contact.
No, I'm whooping your ass. Jump that fence and I'm whooping your ass.
With weapon in hand, the man intercepted the intruder and ordered him to get on the ground, but the shirtless man took off running and ended up sneaking into the crawl space of a nearby house. The uploader waited until the police arrived, and after he was ordered out of the crawl space, the intruder was charged with 2 counts of aggravated burglary, trespassing, public intoxication, and disorderly conduct.
Good.
Police revealed that the subject was under the influence of hard drugs, and had an outstanding warrant for failing to appear in court for another open case of burglary from earlier that same year. It's unclear if he was convicted.
That's why you said you ain't making no contact. Motherfuckers,
Making no contact.
I ain't gonna lie, people on drugs,
Everybody
they be a little stronger.
I'm just gonna call the police.
No, people. They call the police already.
I'm gonna keep calling them until y'all catch him.
Them crack it.
I'm gonna keep calling. He's still in the area. I'm calling. Okay? I'm not making no contact.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey,
and people that be on drugs, they be strong. I ain't got time to be fighting with you.
They're way more stronger, aggressive and all. Like, damn, what took over you?
No,
like that video I showed you earlier. Just said.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you.
He said,
and it was how many people? How many?
Oh, in which part, though? There was 3 that was trying to get him in the car. When he got to the precinct, it was like 6 of them trying to get him.
And your one self, you think you... No, thank you.
And he was on liquor. That wasn't even...
in court for another open case of burglary from earlier that same year.
What?
It's unclear if he was convicted of all the charges against him, but considering his criminal history, it's more than likely that he's still serving time today. This footage was captured at 4:30 a.m. on April 29th, 2023. It happened in El Paso, Texas. The video shows a young woman running up to the front door of a house and ringing the doorbell. Although nobody else can be seen in the frame, terrified, she looks over her shoulder multiple times as if she was being followed.
Hell no, I don't trust that. I don't even like the way she ran up to the door. Because she tiptoed at first and then sprinted to the door.
I think it's because maybe she doesn't have on any shoes or something. I don't know.
She came right here and then ran.
I don't know.
Check it out, y'all.
Don't open the door.
Check it out, y'all. Look how she ran.
I think she may be hiding from someone for real.
Think so?
The woman begs for help and starts crying when nobody answers the door. And a few seconds later, a car's headlights come into view in the background. As soon as she sees the light, the woman crouches down behind a column, and she does the same thing again when she sees the neighbor's driveway lights turn on.
But when you be ducking and you see them lights...
After a few minutes of waiting, a car's headlights illuminate the driveway, and the woman walks down the steps towards it. It's possible that she got in the car, but this wasn't caught on the Ring camera. As soon as the footage was made public, many people started speculating that the woman might have been the victim of trafficking and was trying to escape her captors, but others believe that she had a totally different motive.
Because with that, you would have ran to the backyard.
Yeah, in my head, I was like, I'm going to run away from the street, like try to get away out of view.
And there's nobody was
but
coming to the door.
But sometimes when you're in situations, maybe you're not thinking clearly.
No. You see her, the car comes up, she ducking and dodging. This light comes on, she's hiding from there because my thing is that look like a setup. And then nothing happened, so he's like, all right, come on, let's go.
It definitely could be. With these situations, you never know. So again, I will not open the door.
We just speculating. See, we ain't trying to...
Yeah, we can speculate all day. It can go either one way or the other way.
I think she was on. She was trying to set up. We seen her earlier, girl. My car broke down. They always send the women. They would always send a woman to the door first. What I look like as a man, you got a phone? My car broke down. You ain't gonna come to the door. But a frantic woman. But I think nowadays more people are wising up.
That was even kind of like, it was both of y'all.
But he was like, and then why your dumb ass didn't have no mask on, the girl?
Well, they still haven't caught him. And who's to say that they actually was successful at some point doing stuff like this?
But with this situation, cause my thing is you dodge headlights that came this way. Why you didn't dodge headlights? Cause you saw the headlights coming that way. Why you didn't dodge then?
Yeah. You
would have dodged those, or you would have took off running even more.
Or maybe what? Or I would say, or maybe she would have kept hiding. She could have kept hiding, or she probably just felt like, okay, there's nowhere to run. Man, or it could have been a setup.
Escape her captors. Others believe that she had a totally different motive. Several viewers mentioned that if she really had been in danger, she wouldn't have hid from the neighbors when she saw their driveway lights turn on.
Exactly.
Another thing that caught viewers' attention is the fact that at the very beginning of the video, the woman isn't actually running. She appears to be casually walking up the steps, and she only begins to run when she comes into view of the doorbell camera, which suggests that the whole thing might have been a robbery setup. Less than a month after the footage was uploaded, El Paso police arrested 34-year-old Krista Nicole Cordeaux for burglary. After her mugshot was released, some people believed that it was the same woman from the video due to the resemblance, but police never officially confirmed this. It's unclear if she was ever seen in the neighborhood again. In 2022, a Reddit user uploaded this disturbing Ring camera footage with the caption, "Zombies want your brain." The video shows a young man in a bandana covered in what appears to be dirt or blood, repeatedly slamming himself into the front door of a house. On his third attempt to break down the door, he apparently knocks himself out after hitting his head. Stumbling after the impact, the man collapses over the front porch railing, knocking over an ornament in the process.
Yeah, he on some shit.
What you said?
Look at him. He knocked himself out. That's some drugs. Damn, he on some strong shit.
He groans in pain as he flails his arms and raises his legs, seemingly trying to get back on his feet. But the video ends before we can see what happened next. After the footage was uploaded, many viewers commented that the man was probably under the influence of hard drugs, which would explain his uncoordinated movements and violent behavior. Other users suggest that he might have had a seizure after hitting his head on the door. But because the video was uploaded with no context or explanation, it's impossible to confirm what actually happened. After that night, the homeowner never saw the man again.
I ain't no telling with that one. That was weird and bizarre, but he on some shit. He might be on that, what's the one we saw the other day with on that horse tranquilizer? But nah, they be like this. They be on some other shit, bro. He was in a little zombie state too, though.
Nah, that's a little different.
Okay, we go. Sorry.
On July 24th, 2021, a woman named Caitlin Curtis took her baby to the park across the street from her house in Arizona. After sitting down on the bench next to a fountain, a scruffy-looking man suddenly approached her, sat on the bench next to her, and asked her if she wanted to buy his drawings. According to Caitlin, the drawings looked like they had been drawn by a little kid, or by someone with no artistic talent. After politely refusing to buy the drawings, she got up and left the park with her baby in the stroller. As she was leaving, she saw the man get into the passenger seat of a suspicious-looking truck at the other end of the park, which then circled around her several times as she made her way back home. Afraid that she was being followed, Caitlin took a different route back to her house and entered through the back door so that the men in the truck wouldn't know where she lived. 3 days later, when Caitlin was out of town, her doorbell camera captured the same man walking up to the front door of her house and ringing the doorbell at 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning, nigga? What the fuck? Yeah, the way he's just so...
See.
Hell no. Motherfuckers are weird, bruh. 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. What are you doing? Drugs. Everybody's just strung out.
According to Caitlin, her husband was asleep while the whole thing was happening, and he didn't learn about the man's visit until the next day. After the video was uploaded to TikTok, some users commented that the fact that the man rang her doorbell specifically was not a coincidence, and that he might have been watching her from the day they met in the park. It's possible that he was using the drawings to try and distract her, while the other man in the truck abducted her child, but we'll likely never know his intentions for sure. The incident could just be written off as a man who was under the influence of drugs or suffering from mental illness, but if Caitlin hadn't been careful, it's anyone's guess what might have happened. Fortunately, the man never came back, and neither Caitlin nor her family had seen him again. In October 20...
That should be scary though, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely like, especially when you like planning, plotting, coming back, like watching. No, we're not doing that.
You gotta be aware of your surroundings at all times. You don't know who watching you, when they watching you, how they watching you. Like, it's very like, but for you to just randomly pop up at my door like that
at 3
a.m.
Did you? Cause baby, have y'all been watching? Have y'all not seen like her husband come in and out?
True that.
And y'all just think it's her and her daughter?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Nor her family had seen him again. In October 2021, Reddit user Protomancer uploaded this footage of a man crawling and slithering through his neighbor's yard in the middle of the night.
The fuck is wrong? See, that's why I'm on cameras on the house.
Is he naked?
You can't get that good of a picture, girl.
Well, I just see it look like skin.
It could be.
Maybe it's just his baby clothes.
There doesn't appear to be any context surrounding the video, but most users attributed the man's particular behavior to drug use or possibly mental illness. Even though he isn't hurting anybody, this is probably not the type of person you would want to run into on your way back from home in the middle of the night.
True.
The man in the footage hasn't been identified, and it's unclear if he ever showed up again.
That's scary, though.
Yeah.
But yo, I advise anyone, like, one of the best investments you can invest in for your home is security cameras. Whether it be just a Ring doorbell, or you want to go high tech, have cameras on the outside of your house.
Motion sensors, somebody.
That's what I was finna say. Like, light it up. Soon as somebody come through, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Spotlight, okay.
Shit, even in the backyard.
Everywhere, all over the house.
Bro.
And I know a lot of people are, oh my gosh, that's so paranoid. So like you.
Now the paranoia begins when you start putting all the cameras all over the inside of the house.
Yeah.
Now that's a little paranoia.
Every corner, every angle, that's definitely.
That's a little paranoia,
but you definitely want to protect your property because people are very weird and stuff happens.
And people, as soon as they spot that you got a camera, a lot of times they'll try to hide from the camera. Once they break in, and then once they break in, if they are able to get in, then they like, all right, the camera's gone. So sometimes it's good to even have one pointed inside as far as the entrance and like the back door. If you got a back door entrance way, just, you know what I'm saying, just for safety precautions, because you never know. Especially, say for instance, your 10, 11, 12-year-olds, like your 12-year-olds at the house by themselves, 12, 13, 14. Just to be able to have an eye on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, especially if they come home from school, they come in the house, you never know what might happen. Somebody might come to the door, you know? Tell them, hey, you don't come to the door. They ring the doorbell. I answer the doorbell, even if I'm not here. You just got to take 100% safety precautions no matter what happens. Yeah. Because people are weird, bro. Like, you might think you're sane in this world, but the next person might be loose screws in the world, man. But hey, y'all, spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know what y'all think about it. All these unfortunate situations that became fortunate because nobody was a victim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's fortunate nobody was a victim. Facts. But it's an unfortunate situation that these are alarming situations. Yeah. But y'all know what to do. Spam us up. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions down below. But as always, I do go by the name DJ Kid. This is. We are. Yeah.
Go and get it. Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back